Hello and welcome to this week's episode of So Fired. I'm Chelsea Toronto.
I'm Dr. Lindsay Regier.
And welcome. Each week on So Fired, we take life's shitty things and turn them into pretty things.
And we share all of our issues because they are literally never ending. And this week,
you know what?
And this week, we couldn't even get our shit together to limit it to one issue. So we have so many in store for you today.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
We used to say we take shitty things and turn them into pretty things, and then we share our issues. We laugh a lot and share our issues. We don't even say laugh a lot. We're just like, we share our issues. So I think that's really funny. I noticed that one or two episodes.
Oh, I totally forgot. I'm like, it's implied. We laugh a lot along the way. We spent 30 seconds into the show.
Okay. Alrighty then.
Do you have a So Fired?
Yeah, I sure do.
Okay.
So it was a couple months ago. I went skiing with a new friend I had made, and there was one time I took a serious tumble. Now, you told me when we were talking about it, my knee needs repairing. So, and that is included here in my So Fired. So my knee needed repairing from high school. Remember, did I tell you when my mom told me to walk it off?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Full circle. That same injury has reemerged recently, and my knee will give out during yoga. Sometimes just while I'm walking. It's just so. Anyway, so he and I go skiing, and I take a serious tumble, and the whole fucking time I'm like, "Do not tear your ligaments. Do not tear your ligaments. We can't." And then I was lucky enough; it was just really sore. The soreness is not gone, and it's giving out when I'm fatigued, even more easier.
Yeah, when you're not that far into a walk.
Yeah.
And all of yoga.
Yeah. It's like, what? And then
wow.
This has now motivated me to make an appointment with an orthopedic surgeon because it's that fucking good. And it wouldn't have happened if it weren't for that serious tumble I took while skiing. So I'm very grateful you put my life in danger. Thank you. If you're listening, which I don't think you are anymore.
I said in order to get better, you got to take a tumble once in a while.
No, I'm still having a hard time with that one.
Okay, so my So Fired is that I thought I was going to Trauma Camp 2.0 this weekend because I was driving up.
This last weekend.
I had a retreat to go to that was business-based, and it's an hour and a half drive from Denver up into the mountains. The last time I took an hour and a half drive up into the mountains from Denver on a so-called retreat, it was trauma camp, and I was crying within the first 5 minutes of being there.
The original.
Yeah, the original.
Or the first 5 minutes of getting into the car.
Yeah.
Which one were you?
The original.
The actual experience.
The actual experience. So I'm driving up to the mountains, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to go.
Oh, yeah.
How can I delay this any longer? I'm like, well, I think I'm going to stop at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Get some snacks.
You're like, I will go.
I'm here. The house is right down the road, but I'm going to lollygag for a minute.
Totally.
So I get there, and I'm like, okay.
I feel the douchery.
Yeah.
That douche. You're like, and then everyone's standing around the island in the kitchen.
Totally. 100% standing around the island in the kitchen.
And they're like, oh, reluctantly someone comes out and gives you the initial hug. And then you stand at the corner, the 90-degree angle of the table. And luckily there's snacks because you shove chips and salsa in so quickly. So then when they do finally get around to asking you if you're right, and you're still chewing, and you give them the the hand across the mouth. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Or it's also so where's my room?
Oh yeah.
That's also another thing. They're like, oh, you're down a couple levels with Jen. Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, I like Jen. Thank you.
Is that what you said?
Yeah. I was like, awesome. So I get there and
so hard on that one.
I come back up. So at original trauma camp 2 years ago, you get there, you don't have your phone the entire time.
Yeah.
So
that is cruel.
So cruel.
And almost unacceptable these days.
Yeah.
You can have your phone in anything these days.
I know.
It's not even a thing. They don't even ask you to put it away anymore.
No. Not at all.
They ask me at work, but that's because I'm, like, scrolling either Insta or, like, Tinder. Actually, Tinder's not that easy. You need a few seconds in between
Yeah,
to, like
but
and
it
then you gotta
appears that
read it,
Tinder is a
and
little
I
bit
don't have
more.
that much
Yeah.
time.
So,
Sorry.
okay, so I get all settled into my room and I come back up with my phone and I was like, "Hey, so like we can have our phones on
I
us
can't
this
believe you
weekend." Right?
asked.
I did.
I would have, like, sat with my like, holding my breath in anticipation. Like, I would have ruined all the time until I kinda was like, "Oh, I think we're good." You
No,
came out with it.
I was like, "So we can have our phones, right?" And Lauren's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay," because I thought that this was trauma camp and we're gonna have
Mhm.
to do stupid ass trust falls and not have our phones for the whole weekend. She's like, "No, absolutely not. Like, you can have your phone, you can take photos, you can do whatever you want."
Nice.
And like,
Did you love her a lot more?
yeah.
You're like, "Thanks for
I'm like,
fucking getting it,
"Thank you so
and thanks for
much."
not having any feelings." In the best possible way.
Thanks for just being all business. This is a
Yeah.
business retreat, and I appreciate that.
Oh, I bet you did.
Mhm.
You're like, "We're gonna have an agenda, and if I need to duck early, I
Uh-huh.
can."
Yep, and there was no talk of, like, feelings being shared.
That's dope.
Saturday night, everyone was, like, getting super drunk, and we were just, like, playing a game,
Yeah,
just, like, asking random questions.
fun.
Yeah, super fun, super chill. I was like, "Okay, this has now almost erased my trauma from trauma camp,
Sure.
so now the next time I go to a house an hour and a half
You
away in
should
the
ask,
mountains,
"What's
it should
our
be okay."
agenda?"
Yeah.
You should, like, ask, like, "What do you anticipate us doing? What are"
I know, there's, like, a rough outline, and I was like, "This leaves room for interpretation."
Cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think my trauma has been almost
That's
erased.
good. That was a
Mhm.
serious trauma.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Do we have any issues?
I do have an issue.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, I do too.
So,
Showed up with the assignment.
yeah, my issue
Yeah.
is that I don't know what I like to do for fun.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
It's been all 5 years that I've lived in Denver has been work, 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 work. That Rihanna song. Work, 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 work.
Yeah, no.
You don't know that Rihanna song?
Oh, sure I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
Mhm.
course. I'm just different interpretation. It's
You're
like
gonna
an
get my
acapella.
vocal genius coming through over Rihanna?
It's exactly the same, only different. Okay.
I mean, I think I sounded fantastic. So,
Yeah, you did. Of course you did. All right, all right.
so
It
yeah,
is
so my issue is I don't know what I like to do for fun, and I don't really know where to start other than, okay, well, I'm gonna take up pickleball. I think I'll like that.
yeah, you will, and that will be your whole existence.
Yeah, but I need like how many hobbies do I need to like? And how many things do I need to like
Okay,
to have
here's what I
fun?
have to say about it. You need not just like hobbies, you need nighttime hobbies.
Mm,
You need nighttime weekend hobbies.
mm,
You need like Saturday hobbies
mm.
up until about 3 because then there's the nap time
Okay.
from like 3 to 5 or like 3 to 4:30.
Okay.
So you have a blood that would be considered your downtime.
Okay.
So you should be actively and maybe some people who are super ambitious will have a hobby from like 7 to 10 on a Saturday
Mm.
and then 12 to 3.
12 to 3.
And it might not be active.
12 to 3? Am I staying up for 24 hours a day? Jesus Christ.
Not, not the Are you talking about the AM or PM?
Yeah, it sounds like you're going from like
I'm saying
I go to the club every single weekend. That's what it
I've been
sounds
in
like.
I've been in the morning.
Oh, I
No,
thought
no.
oh, I thought we were going like 24 hours.
No. You should saw your face though. Anyway, no.
Oh, okay.
Eight
So you're
eight
breaking up your day
yeah,
activities.
okay, but don't forget, you
Okay.
only get a siesta from 3:30 to, like, 4:30 or 5, and then you're starting the process all over again. You're getting
Sure.
dressed, and you're doing a thing, and it is a solid balance between an art activity,
Oh, okay.
a clubby experience
Okay.
slash, like, bar,
Okay.
you see nighttime and lights,
Okay.
and then, like, something maybe not creative, but it just can't be one or the other. You need a third.
It needs to be an activity.
Like, you could go to, like, chill at a beer garden.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
but that's outdoors.
Yeah.
Don't get confused between like a hot restaurant with a rooftop and nightclubby. Do you see how
Oh.
those kind of fall into the same category?
So you
Obviously,
go to the hot restaurant.
in
That
lieu of the club
Gotcha.
and or the club,
Okay.
because people, it brings people together for foodie stuff.
Mhm.
And then it's like, oh, we went there. So it's bragging rights.
Gotcha.
You would have used that if you did that activity. You used it with your patients when
Mhm.
they were like, we're traveling. And you'd be like, well, have you checked out this restaurant? And they'd be like, oh, because none of them go downtown.
No.
So they can't even relate. And you're like, it's hot. And then they feel insecure and like less than.
Oh.
So you could have been shaming them this whole time if
Oh
you
my
had
God.
if you had
There's-
already had this hobby.
There's so many things I missed out on.
Kinda.
Yeah.
And then whatever a rando is. That could be like going to someone's house. No, you know what? People don't go to people's houses anymore. It's like a
No.
Sunday midday now that it's a picnic.
Mhm.
So
That's like a backyard barbecue.
I think you need like 1, 2, 3, like 6 hobby categories.
Okay.
And yeah, so let's just leave it at that. I think we've solved your issue.
Okay. I'll circle back on what those activities are.
You're going to really
Specifically.
have to be deliberate.
Yeah.
Like let me give you an example. Skiing.
Mhm.
That was a huge undertaking.
Yes.
I mean, like, I went all fucking in.
Yeah.
I rented the skis the same time as you.
Mhm.
I mean, like, I was terrified the whole fucking time. I was in over my head and doing crazy shit. It was super crazy. And that was so I could have a hobby. So now I expanded what I could talk about and what I can talk about with strangers.
Mhm.
And it took up a very I'm liking being alone less and less.
Sure.
And so it took up a huge amount of time. I had so much bragging rights to say I went skiing earlier today.
That's good, especially when it's on a Wednesday. You're like, yeah, I went skiing this morning.
The dudes at Cherry Hill, like from Cherry Hills that come to the restaurant, they're
Yeah.
like, badass.
Nice.
Nice. And on a Monday. Okay, so I'm saying like you should be like pickleball will give you the same rewards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else you want me to black out on? Okay.
No.
Here is a douchey story. I experienced it when I was in Mexico last week. So at the 3:00 hour, it seemed like it was getting like cold and cloudy. And I went and I got a couple of additional towels from the towel hut
Mhm.
and put them on our chair in
Okay.
anticipation of when I got out, it was going to be freezing.
Right.
Okay. So there's a cute like Argentinian family. I'm assuming everywhere I go that anyone's hot is Argentinian, by the way. Okay. They were such a sweet family. Oh, like in a European way where like they all took time to like celebrate like the 2-year-old and like have her in her arms and everyone was excited to like walk her in the sand.
Oh.
So one of the, because the family, it must be like 3 sisters and their husbands, whatever. So one of the family members comes over with a huge bundle of towels and throws it on top of my towels.
Oh.
So I need to get out and I need a towel. And I go to the chair with the towels.
Yeah.
Now it looks like I fucking stole from that family. And I was like, I don't know that English was spoken at any point. And I couldn't explain to them, hey, my towels were the original set of towels on this chair.
Yeah.
So I'm not stealing from your children.
Were they looking at you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then were they talking?
I don't know.
Oh.
I was like, ugh. So then I went to the towel hut, got 2 more,
Mhm.
and like tried to like get people's attention. This is totally a Seinfeld moment where I'm trying to get people's attention. Like, hey, I am replacing the 2 towels that I took. I'm not a monster.
Look at me in my
Nobody
towel.
looked. Nobody fucking looked. No one. Their backs were to me this time. And I'm like, oh my God. So that was that.
That is an issue.
Isn't it an
Yeah.
issue? Oh my God. That was the worst.
Since you are just on vacation, are you ready for hot girl summer?
No. What happened was I embraced hot girl summer in April, peaked, and now it's as if this is like the beginning of holiday season.
Yeah.
That's where I am. That's
Like
where I am.
hibernation mode and like, I'm ready for that heavy sweater, a
Yeah.
new sweatsuit.
I've been wearing a lot of oversized things.
Wow.
Yeah. No.
That's
What
the price you
happened?
pay to go on vacation. Is
Okay.
that for some reason,
Yeah.
the second you step on a plane, that's 5 pounds gained right there.
Right.
An hour in the air, that's probably another 5 pounds.
At least like 2.5 to 3.
2.5. And then when you're on vacation, you could eat the exact same food that you're eating
Yeah.
here. Somehow you gain 10 more pounds. I don't know what happens between the travel of home to vacation and what happens to my body, because no matter what, I come back heavier.
You know what
Every
I
time.
call it?
What?
Vacation tax.
Oh,
I just came up with that
Ugh.
term the other day.
I don't like vacation tax.
I would agree. You know what? The only thing I don't agree, you were right and I was wrong. You definitely gained 5 pounds on the plane.
Yeah.
Maybe 6.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I had a little bit of pretzel. Like, what the fuck? And that's what happens.
It's Swole City.
Jesus. And I'm like, why?
need those
It's almost
compression
worth
socks.
not going away.
I know. Maybe if you drove, does that?
No, because you doubled down on snacks driving.
Yeah, that's true.
Like bugles and bullshit.
Ew, bugles. That's disgusting.
I know, but it sounded funny.
Like, who's eating bugles?
The one you made little hats on your finger?
Yeah.
Doritos are messy to pass around.
I think I also did the thing on the fingers with, I don't know if not Gushers, but some other kind of fruit snack.
Oh.
And you had like fruit snack fingers.
Ew.
Yeah, that was really sticky.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
Nom, 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 nom. Well, you also went hiking this week?
yeah, you know what? I don't necessarily need to talk about. What am I
Did
going
you
to
see a Bernese mountain
Oh,
dog?
thank you. Because I was like, there's parts of that story I don't think is now. Okay, so enlightened hike.
Mhm.
This is when I went by myself, actually. This
Oh.
is when I was by myself, but the fact that I did go hiking earlier this week is what reminded me of the story. So, boyfriend, girlfriend, and burner puppy,
Okay.
and a friend. So it's like 3 and a dog. And I was like, cute dog. Now they're already like walking, so it was like a last minute compliment.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, wait, I was like, is this puppy's first hike? She's like, no, it's his second.
Oh, cute.
And her friend didn't really get it. And I'm like, this is a really special time.
Oh.
And the fact that like we bonded instantly because the fact that she was like, oh, she recognizes like what a special time this is.
Mhm.
And I was like, his pink paws on. Like, oh God. Isn't that sweet?
Oh.
You know,
that's so
occasionally I
sweet.
know the right thing to say.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised you even talked to them.
The whole thing was a magical moment.
Yeah. Maybe the puppy was the
No, maybe
right
it
time
was
to
because I was
baby.
high as fuck.
You're always high as fuck while you're hiking, but usually you're like head down, hood up, sunglasses on,
Yeah.
and then you circle around and get lost once or twice.
A lot of people are concerned that I'm getting lost.
I am concerned that you're getting lost. Okay,
Okay.
so
I'll do my best.
if you guys have been listening for a while, you'll remember that one time I dropped Chelsea off at a park on a Wednesday.
I didn't get lost.
No, but like I dropped her off, a little too enlightened. Too much enlightenment was happening that day. And I was just like, whatever, she'll be fine. And she was not fine. Like, I definitely should not have left her alone. And like in hindsight, I was like, okay, yeah, I definitely should have like stayed with you or picked you up sooner or like been checking in on you more often because, you know, you're at the park and there's like people around. So I thought it was fine, but it was like not okay. You're not okay.
But
then,
I hung through.
Okay. But then you will get
yeah.
so lost on a hike and add like hours and be miles off.
That one
And I'm
was
like,
concerning.
I don't know. I don't know if that's any worse than me leaving you at the park unattended.
No, it's probably worse.
Is it?
Yeah, it's worse.
Yeah, I just don't want you to get lost.
I know. You know what?
Because
I've been a little reckless. And
it's a little scary.
Yeah. Okay. I hear this. I hear you. And I'll stop doing that.
Okay.
And I will do a better job coming equipped.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's
Yep,
like critters out there.
I heard and received. Now I just got to pump the brakes. Like,
you could feel free to walk around Wash Park as many times
no,
as
it's
you
not
want.
doing it for me. I will do a better job. I'm going to go hiking on Thursday. And I will practice using a map.
Yeah. All trails.
Okay.
It might be the one time we share locations.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So if I send you a request, Chelsea wants to, you'll get that I want to go hiking.
Yes.
We may not speak that day.
Correct.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Look for it on Thursday.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, besties. Do you want to get high naturally? Higher Dose is a one of a kind at home spa experience at the intersection of wellness, health, and beauty. The infrared sauna blanket detoxifies the body and mind with a healthy sweat that boosts your mood. You don't even have to move a muscle, and you can get a full body workout. And it expedites your recovery, makes your skin nice and glowy, and calms down your nervous system. So, with the infrared sauna blanket from Higher Dose, it increases your metabolic rate, increases circulation, lowers inflammation, so it makes you a little bit less puffy, strengthens the immune system, quickens your muscle recovery, and it naturally increases your brain's happy chemicals. And happy people don't kill people, as Elle Woods would say. And plus, it's super sleek and portable. Get your Higher Dose sauna blanket using our link in our show notes. Enjoy. Okay, so I'm a reality TV junkie,
Mm-hmm.
and the new season of The Kardashians will be coming out very soon. And all this stuff happened a year ago, but they're on a press tour, and Kim, sweet little Kimberly, has been doing podcasts. She's been doing interviews.
She has been very accessible, available
Yes.
lately.
Yes, because, the chirp in the air is that Kim is becoming irrelevant. I'm like, that's probably a very scary time for her.
What did they say? Like, or something. The mighty has fallen.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I keep thinking about this? My deceased father. I wish, because he was all in from the sex tape.
Oh.
Like, he knew about the sex tape before I did.
Oh, wow.
And that man was entrenched in one, like, so obsessed with them.
Really?
I wish I could go. Just if if I had one thing to say, I'd be like, yo, the Kardashians are still where it's at.
Are you
serious?
listening?
He'd be like, no, I've been dead this whole time and they still have been on the top.
Yeah.
Be like, right?
I know.
So my heart does go out to Kim, because I too am the same age, and there are a lot of times where I feel irrelevant. So I find myself like really stretching what I'm willing to do, i.e., like my Instagram account,
Mm-hmm.
to stay relevant. And like, look, I'm still cool. I'm still like you.
I mean, she has shifted pop culture so much in the past 20 years. And now I think there's pressure on her to keep on making an impression and keep on doing like fashion and keep on like setting the bar for reality TV. But now we know reality TV is so staged and it's so
I
fake.
kind of knew that before now.
I mean, not like when they first came out.
Okay.
I would say like the season 1
I
Kardashians.
still didn't believe it. Goddamn.
I mean, I know it's a little bit staged, but it just seemed like more real.
Yeah, okay.
And they weren't filtering exactly
Well,
what
they
were
were
saying.
like awkward still.
Yes. Yeah, they're still awkward. And now when it's filming, it's like, well, I don't want to film about this. So let's just talk about this.
Yeah.
And they just, they keep out a lot of the conversation. So I know that she's going to be talking about Kanye and her dating history and how like she's just a hopeless romantic. She wants to get married again. And when and then I also read that Pete was like, yeah, I should have never dated her.
Oh, no.
It didn't do anything for my career.
Oh, I was like, oof. Who's even talking about career with dating?
I don't know.
I can't believe he said that, which makes him even more calculated than I thought. Like, you are using these ladies. Oh, can I say something about using ladies?
Mm-hmm.
So Sunday night, I told you this, but it's worth repeating, that the Denver quarterback, Russell Wilson, called at 9:29. Actually, I think it was yeah.
I thought it was like 9:32.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. I think I initially said 31, but it totally way beyond. Now, my manager at that point had given me like we're closed sign, the cut sign, like a solid 10 minutes before.
Mm-hmm.
Like he told me twice. So this guy calls me and he's like, hey, any chance we can get some food? And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Our kitchen's closed. And he's like, well, is there like anything? And I was like, I don't think so. But and he's like, wait, what if it's for Russell Wilson? And I was like, okay. And he's like, wait, hang on, let me put Russell on the phone.
Was that his assistant?
I don't know. He didn't say.
Yeah.
He's just like a dude. And then before the guy like got off the phone, I was like, oh, great. Way to throw a name around. You're such a cheeseball. And then he's like, okay, hey, hang on. So I made him giggle. And then he gives me Russell. And Russell's like, hey, this is Russell. And do you have what's your best things there? I was like, are you kidding me right now?
Oh my
I was like,
God.
could you at least give me a category?
Right.
I was like, a pizza or like an entree? Like I went through all of them. I'm like, are you talking about a salad? A pasta? Like, please help me. And he's like, well, I like cheese and pepperoni pizza. Okay. I'm like, what are you, 4?
Go down to Chuck E. Cheese and go get your cheese and pepperoni pizza.
Pepperoni. And like, I kind of understood because there are times where I panic.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hang on, I don't know. And so say to my manager, it's Russell Wilson. Do we want to cake? And he's like, fuck that guy. He left me a shit tip last time. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm like, Russell, I am so sorry. And he's like, well, the last time I was in there, like a couple months ago with like Sierra, we sat in the back corner and this was the same manager and he only tipped him like maybe 20%.
Mhm.
He's like, fuck that guy. And we
Yeah.
stayed late for him then. So I'm like, honestly, Russell, please forgive me. I don't know where I was like, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but there's nothing I can do. He's like, what about for Sierra?
He's like, you seem to not know who I am. Are you familiar with Sierra?
I can't believe I got to do a story about this. Like he used his wife as a flex. And I was like, you know what, Russell? I'm a fan for life. Like the fact that you like pulled out that ace. I was like, please, I hope you won't hesitate to call us again in the future. Like I laid it on so thick. Anyway, using your wife.
Using your
I'm
wife.
sorry, that was a super long story.
That's okay. That reminds me of back to Kim Kardashian and how
Yeah.
she's trying to date Tom Brady, apparently, allegedly, because, if you want to stay relevant.
I'm sure it's not even like she probably hasn't even communicated. Someone from her
Right.
team was just like, well, let's just lob this one in the air and see where it lands. Like,
let's just
somebody
throw the word.
tweeted it.
Yeah.
And then like somebody like bit into it and now they're running this rumor mill when the two of them haven't even met.
I don't think so. I think she's just buying a house like right next to his.
How
in the
close
Bahamas.
do you really think that is? Probably in the same neighborhood.
Yeah, in the same neighborhood.
They're not like sharing a fence.
I wish. Could you imagine like Tom
No.
Brady and Kim Kardashian? That would be such an odd couple.
I would be so bummed.
Yeah.
He can't talk about destroying his career, like his track record. He doesn't like short and stouty, like full figured.
No, he likes long, lean Brazilian ladies.
Yeah, the top, like, how do you go from like Giselle
Right.
to Kim? Ew.
He should call up Leonardo DiCaprio and be like, just give me one of your girls that you dated in the past 6 months. Because he only dates models.
Yeah. I don't see him so much as a pedo. Kind of like
the ones that are like at least in their 20s.
No, he doesn't date anyone in their 20s. I think he releases at like 23.
Does he?
Talk about catch and release.
I think Kim Kardashian should just date a rando, like a non-celebrity.
I don't know. That doesn't like, you know who's doing that?
Who?
Reese.
Oh.
Gwyneth.
Yep.
Who else? Like other ones just date randos because they're really ready to settle down. That's when they're like, I think I'll be okay leaving. Julia Roberts.
Oh, yeah.
I know he's something, but I've never like
But
seen
like
him.
he's not front facing.
No. So I feel like when they're, I think it, I'm getting worked up here. I think it corresponds with my career is coming to an end. Am I willing to peel off and then like be a wife?
Sure.
Right? Have you noticed that like they're not doing it at the height of their career?
No.
Right?
Correct.
Like luckily Gwyneth, because she's a fucking savage, came up with a while ago because she knew it was going to take a long time, that marathon. And right now it is like a money making machine.
Yeah.
But it took a solid 7 years.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe longer.
At least.
But point being, she still has that. And she was able to pivot. So getting back to Kim, pivot. Pivot, double down. Show us that you are willing to commit to something new. Don't let it be this like trivial. Like dressing up is trivial and it's fleeting and it's not really a skill.
I know. I think she should really just focus on the lawyer part.
Like
Like that would be badass.
It would be so, and you would get a whole new generation of looking up to you and aspiring to be you, that you were like, that was fun. Now let me use my brain.
Yes.
If you promoted using your brain, you would until forever. because it's like you'd be championing, you'd have charities that you could start.
Yeah.
You could like donate to schools and then become a humanitarian. Kim, listen to me. I can help you. I gave that to you for free. We didn't even go hiking. You're welcome.
Should we try to use our brains to promote?
I don't think we're not. Oh, did I tell you this is my so fired? No.
No.
Because I wasted it on that other one. Okay. I gotta be honest. I even wrote this down. This one's heavy. Can I be honest? My issue for the week is that we're no further along in our journey of success with So Fired. That being said, I'm not blaming us. Rather, I'm blaming myself for the lack of effort, vision, and implementation. This weighs heavily on my heart, and it makes me question my commitment.
Oh.
Sincerely, Chelsea.
That was written like a letter.
It was. I don't know where I was or what, if I was under the influence or not, but it was deep.
That's deep. And I feel that because I'm like, okay, when are we ready?
I'm expecting things to happen, but I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, I think, well, we talked about this before. I'm like, well, what do we need to do?
I don't know.
I know.
And I always look to you to know the answer.
I know.
And I think that's where a problem is. I'm not, again, this was like
I actually don't have the answer.
I know.
Which is
unlike you.
I know.
But you started so this is why I'm like scratching my head. You started a business and you didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I think because the business is a tangible object with like tangible people and like tangible things that I can see.
Sure.
Like this is resulting in this. And with podcasting, it's so abstract that I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around steps to take and like what the end result.
You know what, bitch?
What?
Yeah, okay. I got a bone to pick with you.
Okay.
This is why my fucking jacket business did not take off.
Why?
Because I was like, I don't know where to go from here. This is tangible. I'm putting this product on. I have no idea. Like, it's not just enough to like open like whatever cart.
Oh, like a Shopify?
Yeah, Shopify or like Etsy.
Yeah.
And then you're like, it's the notion of doing something vulnerable like an art form. And then how do you monetize this art form?
Yeah.
At first we were like concerned about having a quality product, which I did with my jacket. Now we know we have a quality product. And now it's like, oh, it's not just enough to have a quality product.
Right.
Now we're having to add like what legitimizes and like actually makes money.
Yeah.
And that's a drag. Really like just sewing. I mean, I really just like the podcasting. I guess we could hire, but I don't want to.
I don't want to. I'm like, we can figure it out. I know we can
figure it out.
Yeah.
But we just don't know what to do. I just think we should just do stuff.
Yeah, throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, like just more reels, maybe just more of the things we're doing. And maybe while we're doing what we think is nothing, something will come to us like we say we should be doing. This is literally a So Fired example. Maybe the best one. Yeah, we should do shit.
We should do shit.
Okay, well, we just outed ourselves and now we're held accountable.
Yeah, we are like shit. We did just tell them.
Okay.
I mean, if you have a proven track record of monetizing a podcast, steps.
Oh, come on.
1 through 5.
That is such a
Then
punt.
you can send us a DM.
No, we're cheating that way.
Why is that cheating? That's asking for help.
Okay, fair enough. Fine. But what I'm saying is like, we preach about like, just do the thing and like one foot in front of the other.
I feel like I'm taking steps 1 foot in front of the other, but it's a hamster wheel. And it's not.
No, I don't think. Okay, you know what it is? It's like maybe it's initially what feels like a hamster wheel, but then like the rings of Saturn, they start to widen.
Oh.
And then as they widen, the likelihood of catching something in our net, I don't think it's actually going to be like because we did something. It's that we stayed true to our art and we were consistent and we were in people's faces that they're like, they have something. Why are they constantly in my feed?
That's what people say.
What the fuck is happening right now? I don't like who you are. You're like, this should be your role. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, that's what people say.
I know. You say it. So I started doing that with outfits.
Yeah.
And I didn't reach out to anyone. I think we should do the same for us. my God, what is happening? We should be having this off air.
We should just cut this conversation.
I think we just go. See,
This is what happens behind the scenes.
oh my God. You want us to get ready with me. So that's what I think. I think if we are constantly, and people like, they may find us annoying, but something's gonna click because we've done so many things. So how do you like that?
Yeah, I would say that I'm not the most consistent person. And that's
I don't believe this. I think you're becoming a new person, and heads up, I don't know if I love it because you just used to be like a machine consistent.
yeah, I think
because you're not getting monetarily okay. I think we should be alarmed that you're not dialing in because you said this is the thing that matters to you most, but you have a track record of like doing things, and if you don't get a reward, you taper off.
yeah, I mean, but then I'll like round back up again.
I know
It goes in cycles.
Yeah, I need you to kind of stay consistent. Like, you know, the consistency we
yes.
have recording.
Yeah.
Things might get better if we did more shit.
I am like constantly trying to be more consistent on everything. And then
Yeah. Welcome to fucking life.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe things are gonna get easier.
I'm not saying they have to get easier.
Or that like space will free up.
Yeah.
And you'll remember why you like this so much.
Oh, I mean, I know why I like it so much. I think, yeah, once my brain is like fully empty, I can definitely have way more brain power. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing all day because I'm like literally doing nothing except for working.
Well, that seems reasonable.
Yeah.
I hear some people say that. I mean,
like, what are you doing all day? I'm like, I don't know. It's working and patience.
I was literally
busy.
working. I feel like that should be a valid excuse. But because we're a little messed up, it's not. That's how much we are committed to our podcast. What the fuck are you doing, bitch? I'm trying to make money.
I was working at my job that I still have.
Like, ew. So gross.
No one told me how much admin there is to wrap up a business. There's lots of admin hours at the moment.
You are exhausted. It is literally your like week 2 before the school season's over.
Yeah, totally.
You're just like,
I'm like, we're so close. We're so close.
But yet so far.
I know. It's like studying for finals. Like, okay, just jam it all in so I can get it out of my brain.
That was the worst feeling. And like you were dreading it and you owed like 3 assignments for extra credit.
Yeah.
And you were so buried. You're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now.
Oh.
So.
Because you still work on
Yes.
I mean, if you want to get any better. I don't know. That's true so fire. That requires
that
like
is a true so
action.
fired. Wow. Well, we had a lot of issues today.
We didn't laugh at all.
No, I think a laugh or two was had.
Oh my God, no, we would totally laugh.
Guarantee it.
But in the beginning, we said we don't laugh a lot with our issues anymore. Or maybe I'm misread. Yeah, we stopped saying laugh.
Are you sure?
And we have all of our issues.
And we laugh a lot along the way.
No, you stopped saying it.
No. I guess maybe it was implied because I started to laugh.
No. Why would it drop off? I just feel like it took a turn.
Well, good thing we can edit and add it back in.
No, I think it's awesome.
Oh.
When you dropped it off, let's just maybe consider putting it back. We do. It's not accurate. It's super
accurate that we laugh a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Anyways.
What a good one, huh?
Yeah.
Woo. We did a lot of work today. Emotionally.
We did. Like, are you mocking me for not working? Okay, well, I feel like I worked enough today, so we're gonna call it good. And we'll see you next week.
Together, we like really exposed and really worked on some emotional things.
We did.
Like, okay.
We did work today. Thanks, friends. Bye.
Disclaimer. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The stories and statements expressed herein are experiences and opinions. They may not represent the views of the production studio or the hosts. If you disagree with our content, that's okay. No podcast is perfect for everyone.